Coming to DNS, okay, let us discuss in detail about this DNS, which is very important. Several questions will be asked in the interview. So as I have told you, right? So whenever for SOC and Central especially, okay, so most of the things they will be asking from networking itself. Okay, please make it clear. Okay, that's why I'm emphasizing so much things. Okay, so much time I'm spending on networking because so most of the time they will be asking in the networking one. So what is DNS? DNS means domain name service, right? As we have discussed, domain name server or domain name server, as we have discussed. So what is this domain name server? What is it to be doing? So as we have discussed, whenever from my browser, okay, from my browser, whenever I send a request to the server, Amazon.in, our classic example, Amazon.in. Whenever if I type this particular Amazon.in and if I press enter, what happens? A request will be sending to the particular server, right? A request will be sent to the particular server. So if I go over here, so from my client, what I have done from my server, this is my server, okay. I have sent a request to the particular, sorry, this is my client, okay. This is my computer, okay. From my computer, I have sent a request to the server over here, right? I have sent a request. Request has been sent over here, okay. So if you send a request, so as a human, you can always understand only domain names, okay. So if I say exactly this is the SYN request, right? SYN request will be sent, okay. So whenever our request you can say, so a request will be sent, okay. So whenever I send a request like this, as a human, I can always understand domain names, but this server, can it understand domain names? No, it cannot understand. It understands only IP address, or else in fact it understands the binary digits only. It understands, in fact, it understands binary digits. Okay, so we need not go to that level. Okay, so but it understands IP addresses, right? So if at all, but you have requested with the domain names only, right? So what does it do? So I have received a domain name. A user is trying to connect to my web page on my server. Okay, so I cannot understand the domain name. So what does it do? It will again pass a from here. It will be again passing a request to the DNS. Okay, this is the DNS server. Okay, this is the DNS server. It will be again passing a request to the DNS server. Okay, indicating that please provide me the IP address for the domain name. Okay, this is the DNS request. Okay, DNS request will be making again this particular server. Okay, what it will be saying? Okay, what it will be saying? It will be asking to get the actual IP address of the domain name. So Amazon.in, right? So Amazon.in. So Amazon.in, what is the domain name? What is the IP address for this one? Okay, so like that it will be asking the IP address. So now what it will be doing? It will be providing, because in its database it will be having an IP address over here. Okay, so 192.72 something like this. Okay, 10.5 like some IP address will be there. Okay, it will be providing that IP address over here. Okay, so from here it will be taking this one and then it will be connecting. Then it will be sending it will be sending the SYNAC request. So it will be taking this particular IP address over here. Now it has got the IP address. Okay, now I have got the IP address over here. Okay, so now I will be sending a SYNAC request. I will be sending a SYNAC request over here. Okay, so this is called as what? SYNAC request. A SYN request will be sending, synchronization request will be sending. Which one the client will be sending to the server? The server will be sending the SYNAC request. SYN/ACK acknowledgement. Okay, so it will be sending. So again, what this client has to do? Again, it has to send a acknowledgement request from its side. Then only the proper session will be formed. Okay, then only the proper session will be formed. It will be sending the acknowledgement request. Okay, that is what it will be happening in a particular thing. So now our interest is it will be taking this particular IP address, right? But consider, so this is the, for as an example, I have told my case. Okay, as a individual person, when I make a request only from a particular computer. Okay, when they make a request, it will be going to the domain server and it will be taking the particular thing I'm saying. But so am I only the person on the internet that I'll be having that I'll be searching with the domain name, that I'll be searching I'm the only person? No, right? Some thousands and in lakhs, even in crores also people will be there. So if this is the case, then the server, okay, if each and every server, this is the Amazon server, similarly Flipkart server will be there, similarly Google server will be there, similarly other server will be there. All the servers, if it is sent to the request for the DNS to the same domain name server over here, okay. So is it possible, first of all, if all the servers, okay, if they are requesting the domain names, okay, if they are requesting the IP addresses in the domain name server, so this server will be crashes, right? It doesn't matter how used the server is, right? Okay, whatever the compression server is. Is it correct or not? Yeah. So that's why this is very important. Please remember. That's why. Okay. So we will have a root server. What is that? We will have a root server. Let me clear this. What is that? We will have a root server. We will have a root server over here. So root server is the main server or the main server. Okay. So even though if you have the root server, Kiran, then if this is the only one, then the same thing, right? If all the particular domains, if they send requests, okay, for the IP addresses, then again it is a problem, right? Yes, that's why root server is not the single server, okay? It is not the only server that it will be providing the IP addresses and all. These root servers, that way across the globe, okay, there are 13 root servers. What is that? There are 13 root servers actually. 13 root servers. Okay, so from A to M, okay, they will be recognized from A to M. So just like, okay, so they'll be specified as something like A dot root server, A dot root server, root servers dot net. And similarly, B dot root servers dot net. Okay, so like that, okay, we will have M dot root servers dot net. So totally how many will be there? 13 root servers will be there. Okay, 13 root servers will be there. So out of these 13 root servers, according to the region and all, so they will be requesting the particular IP address. So now what does it is clear, right? So 13 root servers will be there. So according to the region, so they will be requesting the particular IP address. So this root server, right? It won't give the IP address. It won't independently give the IP address. Then what these root servers will be doing? We will be having TLD servers again. What is that? TLD servers. What are these TLD servers? TLD servers are the top level domain servers. What are those top level domain servers? So there are 6 top level domain servers. Okay, there are 6 top level domain servers. What are those actually? So yeah, 6 top level domain servers will be there. Okay, so TLD servers, 6 TLD servers. So what are these TLD servers? Okay, put it over here. Okay, I wrote it over here. So no issues. So we will have first one as the military dot mil. Okay, military server we will have mil. This is for military. Okay, and the second one we will have as edu. Okay, edu. So, edu. Okay, and third one we will have com servers. Okay, com. Okay, so we will have com servers. Okay, and fourth one, we will have org, .org, right? We'll be specifying .org. So this is from, okay. So this is org, and this is .net. Another is what .net. Okay, .net also we will have one of the top level servers, top level domain servers. .net. Okay, .net. Okay, and the other one is what? Military edu com org 1 2 3 4 5. Another is there. Okay, so which is gov, right? Gov, government websites will be there, right? Gov. Okay, so these are the 6 top level domains that we will have. Okay, these are the 6 top level domains we will have. So whenever a request is sent to this root server from your computer to the particular server, a request will be going. So again, the server, what does it do? It will request to the root server. So this root server, what will be doing? It will be requesting the appropriate TLD server. Okay, so if you have requested, where you have requested, we have requested Amazon.com, for example, say Amazon.com, it will be going to the com domain. Okay, there the particular thing will be available. Okay, in that one, it will be having the this particular server, TLD server will be having the IP address of the particular Amazon server. Okay, and then it will be sending the response to the root server. Root server again will be sending the response to where? To the actual domain server. The domain server will be again sending the response to the particular client. So this is how it will be happening. So apart from these 6 top level domains, there is also another type of server. Okay, so we cannot say this is the 7th TLD server. Another TLD server is also with there. Okay, which is called as geo geo geo. Okay, geo domain. What is this geo domain? So just like Amazon, what we have done Amazon? Amazon.in I have said right here. What I have said Amazon.in. This is specific to a particular geographic location, India. Correct? So this is the same website but with a different extension, India extension. So people who are accessing from India, they'll be accessing with .in, right? So for that is geolocations. Okay. So they have provided another root level domain server which is called as geo. So now for our Amazon.in, right, it has to get the IP address where it is going from the root server to this geo DLD server. It will be going, and from there it will be taking the IP address. Okay, that is what it will be happening. That is what will be happening. Is it clear for you? Right? So this is how it will be happening. Okay, actually. So whenever we send a request to the server, the servers again send the request to the particular root server. Okay, root server. How many root servers are there? 13 root servers across the globe. Okay, so these are the particular domain names of these particular servers. Okay, we can always okay, we will be having domain names like this. Okay, so and 13 root servers are there. Basically, that's what you have to remember. So based on the particular reason, they will be going to any of these servers, and then what they will be doing, they cannot have the IP addresses over here, but they will be going to the 6 top level domains. Whatever the domain that the particular IP and that particular domain name will be having, right? So the extension that the domain name will be having, to that particular root level domain server it will be going, and from there it will be taking. We have requested .in, so it will go into this geographical location GeoTLD server, and there it will be taking the particular IP address. If I requested Amazon.com, it will go into the com server. Okay. So if I request any government website, it will go into the .gov TLD level domain server, and from there it will be getting the IP address. And again, it will be sending the response to the server. The server again will be sending the response to the particular client. Okay, that is the particular thing that will be happening. Okay, so for example, right, so let me remove this. So for example, if I do have an if myself I do have an organization. Okay, so I will be having my own domain name, right? So something like myname.com, okay, or myorg.com is my domain name, for example. Okay, so I do have a organization or I do have a network. So this is my organization. Okay. So here, if I say a network, so what I'll be having, I'll be having is laptop, some laptops I'll be having. I'll be having some desktops. Okay. And I'll be having some printers kind of thing as well. Okay. But suppose if I say this one has L1, this is L1, okay, and this is D1 if I say, and this is P1, okay. So laptop, desktop, and my printer. So now, if I want to connect from my, so if I want to connect from my laptop to the printer, okay, so what I have to do first of all, I have to know the IP address of this particular printer, right? So for that sake, what I'll be doing, I will be having my own DNS. I'll be maintaining a DNS server for my particular domain. What is my domain name? What is my domain name? What is What is my domain name? My domain name is something like myorg.com, myorganization.com, some name. Okay, so this is my domain name. So to this domain, this is my domain actually. This entire thing is my domain. Right. So here, what I'll be having, I have established a DNS server over here. Okay. So because this, I will have a network where I will have several computers. Okay. So I have established. So okay. I have established a particular DNS server. So now what I have to do? So I need not put it over here, of course. Okay. I can remove this as well. It is not required. Okay. Because it is a domain, I have put it over here. So I have got a DNS server, okay, like this. Okay. So now if I want to connect this particular server, okay, to this particular printer, what I have to do, I have to send a, first of all, I have to send a request to the DNS server, right? I have to send a request to the DNS server. Then this DNS server, what it will be doing? It will be sending again, it will be getting this particular IP address, the IP address of the printer, because it is in the network. Okay, the IP address of this particular printer is available over here in the DNS server. So now it will be giving the IP address over here. Okay. So now I am able to connect. Now I will be able to connect to the particular server. Okay. So automatically, because the DNS server is in my domain, this P1 IP address will be available in the DNS server. So whenever I am trying to connect to this P1, so I will be requesting this. My computer will be requesting this DNS server where it will provide the IP address. Now I can directly connect to the particular printer and I can get the print. Okay. So that will be happening in my particular domain. Okay, this is my domain where all these computers are there. This is the entire domain. Okay, myorg.com. Okay, so now once if it is established, so this type of the process of requesting a particular, always you remember the process of requesting a domain name from with the DNS is called as the DNS query. What is that? It is called as DNS query. It is called as DNS query. Okay, this process of requesting domain name with the DNS server is called as DNS query. DNS query. Okay. So that is the thing that you have to remember. And there will be two types of DNS queries. One is the recursive and other is iterative. Okay. One is recursive and other is iterative. So recursive means what? Direct. See here, it is my private network. Okay. So whenever I am trying to connect to this particular any computer or any device on my network, so simply I can always send a request to this one. Okay. Recursively it will be sending me. Okay. Recursively it will be sending me Whenever I send a request, it will be sending me the response as well directly from here. Okay, whatever the computer that is available in my network only. Okay, that is the thing. But also to remember, each and every time you need a request. For example, I have requested I want to connect to the printer. I have requested the DNS server, my local DNS server. This is okay, my local DNS server. So this DNS server, I have requested the IP address. So it has provided me. So once if it is provided, internally my computer will be having a local DNS as well. Okay, so each and every computer will be having the local DNS. So now what it will be doing? It will be saving the IP address here itself. Okay, it will be saving the IP address here itself. Now again, it won't be going over here each and every time. For next time, if you want to connect, it won't be asking over here. It won't be asking the particular DNS server again. Now it has got the IP address and it has captured the IP address and it has saved this one. So directly from next time onwards, what is it doing? It will be directly with the printer. Okay, that is what happening. See, in my computer right now, so I will be having a DNS thing. Okay, so if I go here, let me system settings, network, the Wi-Fi details. Yeah, this will be there. See, automatically see, because I have connected to, this is my IP address. Okay, this is my computer's IP address. And apart from this, I do have the map v6 address as well. Okay, so because it is not connected to any other thing, it has not stored any other DNS server's details over here. Otherwise, what it will be doing, it will be saving the particular other servers details as well. Whatever the servers I have connected, okay, so if you have a domain, okay, within that particular domain, whatever servers I have connected, it will be storing over here all the particular IP addresses of the particular things as well, of the particular servers as well. So, it will be like this, it will be searching the domains and it will be saving the IP addresses over here as well. So everywhere, if you see in Windows also, we will be having an internal DNS server. Okay, so like this it will be saving. Of course, here it is not available. Only my computer's IP address, IPv4 address, and IPv6 address is available. Okay, that's it. But it will be storing the particular things over here. So similarly here also, okay, whenever I am trying to access for the first time, okay, for the first time it will be requesting the DNS server so that it will be having the particular IP address provided. So then it will be saving. From next time onwards, okay, it will be directly connecting with the printer itself. Okay, because it has got the it has got the particular IP address, right? It will be storing the IP address in the internal DNS of the particular laptop itself. Okay, that is the thing that you have to remember. Right? Is it clear till here?
Yes.
Okay, is it clear till here? Yeah. So the two types of DNS queries are what? The two types of DNS query is the number one is the number one somewhat here because I want to draw something over here. Recursive query. One is the recursive query and the other one is the iterative query. Okay, what is recursive query and what is iterative query? I'll be specifying. So now in this case, in our if I say particular domain, so here iterative query is the one where whenever it establishes the connection for the first time, right? So it is asking the DNS. Okay, so it connects to the particular one and then only it is getting the IP address. It is the iterative query. But recursive query is the one where if at all it has to take the particular printer connection. So directly it will be looking the internal DNS itself, internal DNS of the particular laptop itself, and then it will be going to the particular printer and it will be doing the actions. So in this case, right, recursive query it will be doing within itself only, within the laptop itself, because it will be having the IP address. Whereas, for example, again if it has come to the desktop again, so then it will be going to the DNS server again. Okay, then it will be the iterative query. So from the DNS, if it is getting, it is iterative query. But once after getting the particular thing, Okay, the laptop itself will be holding the particular IP address. Then it will be a recursive query. It will be looking recursively into itself, and it will be connecting to the particular server because it has got the IP address already. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, that is the particular thing, and I'll be explaining this one more better once after specifying other thing as well. Okay, so is it clear till here? Okay, this is how it will be happening. So for example, so now, okay, from my network, this is my network. Okay, so what is my network name? Myorg.com. Okay, myorg.com. The domain name is what? .com. Okay, .com. Okay, so extension is .com extension. So now from my domain, so for example, if I want to, if I want to get a connection, okay, if I want to establish a connection with another server, just like take my, okay, take some anything, okay, just like let me take this one. isb.edu. For example, I want to request this server isb.edu. Okay, www.isb.edu. Whatever it will be. Okay. So now, from my DNS server, now tell me from my DNS server, if you make a request from my internal, whatever my domain level DNS server is there, right? From the DNS server, can I get the IP address of this particular? This is also DNS server, right? Can I get the IP address of this particular website, isb.edu?
No, it has to go to root DNS server.
Yes, we cannot. Yes, correct. We cannot get it because this is a domain level DNS server. So whatever my domain, okay, whatever my domain computers are there, whatever my in my domain, whatever the computers are in my domain, whatever the devices are there, only those devices IP address only will be have. Okay, so I can only get the particular thing. So now I am requesting a website across another domain, right? So at that time, what it will be doing? First of all, okay, it will be going to my domain name. It will be going to my domain, okay, TLD domain, whatever I do have. What is my TLD domain? What is my TLD domain over here? Okay, so it will be requesting. So this DN from my laptop will be requesting because it will be not available over here. Okay, so it will be requesting again from here. It will be taking to the particular. What is my TLD domain? EDU. Is it EDU? No, it is COM. My TLD domain is COM. I am requesting EDU. So this is COM domain. Okay, it is going over here. So here it will be finding. Here in the COM domain, it will be finding the here means it is the DNS of the particular COM level domain. For example, consider. So here it is finding the IP address of the EDU. No, here also it will not be finding because this is the TLD for com.com. This is the TLD for .com. Correct. So it will not be finding the particular thing over here. Then what it will be doing? Again, it will be requesting the root server. From here again, it will be requesting the root server. Root level domain. Root server will be requesting. Okay. So this is the root server. It will be requesting over here. So root server, what does it do? It cannot find. It will not available over here itself, right? It will be sending to the actual domain now. So now it will be what is it will be doing? It will be sending to the EDU domain. Okay, EDU. It will be sending to the EDU over here. Okay, there it will be finding the IP address. Okay, there it will be finding the IP address, and then again the request will be sent. Okay, from this EDU to the root level domain. Okay, from this root level domain, and again root level domain to the particular COM, and particular COM directly it will be coming. It will be reaching to my particular computer. From here it will request it, right? It will reach into the particular computer. Okay, so this is the process. So this DNS server cannot cater the requirements because it is local to the particular domain itself. Okay, it is my domain level DNS server. Okay, so it will first of all requesting my whatever the .com is there, whatever my TLD is there. Okay, so whatever the TLD is there, it will be requesting because I am accessing. I want a website which is not related to my particular domain. Okay, so it will not finding the particular IP address over there, and again it will be reaching the root level domain. Okay, here the root level domain will be what will be doing. It will be simply relating to the top level domains. This top level domain it will be going. It will be asking the .edu over here. .edu. Okay, it will be asking the .edu and it will be taking the IP address and again it will be providing the particular response. Okay, that is what it will be doing. So now, what is iterative over here? What is the iterative query? This is the iterative. Whatever the thing that we have got is the iterative query. Okay, and once, okay, so it actually has to go over here. It has to go to here actually. Okay, so once this particular DNS server, into this DNS server, it will be established. Once the request, once the response has reached this particular DNS server, the IP address will be available over here. So recursively, then it will be accessing this one. Again, it won't go to the particular root level domain and it won't get the particular thing because now it is local. It has accessed once. So now recursively it will be accessing over here. Okay. So this is called as the recursive query. Okay. From second time onwards, recursively it will be taken from my local DNS server only because it will be maintaining now. Okay. For the first time, because it is not available, it has to go to the root server and then again it has to go to the particular PLD domain and then it has to take the particular IP address over there. Once after getting the IP address, it will be maintaining in my particular domain itself and it will be recursively accessing this particular local DNS server itself. Okay, no need of again wasting time going to the root level domain and again EDU. So this type of requesting the DNS within the particular domain is called as the recursive query, whereas if it is asking the particular root server and going to the particular PLD domain and getting thing is called as the iterative query. Okay, it's called as the iterative query. That's what you have to remember. Okay, and also right. So for example, if I want to represent my computer, okay, what is my domain name? myorg.com, right? myorg.com is my domain, right? So if you want to specify my how I can have a the particular thing, how I can specify my computer over here. So I can always specify with the particular domain name, just like how we are using. Okay, you can always specify like that only. So I'll be specifying this one as l1.myorg.com. Okay, so actually, if you want to exactly specify it, dot also you have to put. This is the actual thing. Okay, so this is the actual thing. So for my computer, if you want to access, this is the particular domain name I have to use, and this type of domain names are called as fully qualified domain name. Okay, what is that? FQDN. It is called as FQDN, which are called as fully qualified domain name. It's a fully qualified domain name. So fully qualified. This is called as fully qualified domain name. Okay. So this is the one. So like this, you have to have a dot also over here. But even then also, without putting a dot also, it will be accessible. But so you can always represent your computer like this in your particular domain with the computer name dot your domain name. So here my domain name is myrg.com, right? So you can always specify like this. Okay. So this is how the domain name server will be providing the particular IP address. Okay, across all the particular things. So this is how you have to remember. Okay, so what will be there? So will be whenever you request for a server, whenever you request for a particular website to a particular server. So what does it be doing? It will be going to the root level domain. Okay, so root domain is going basically where 13 root domains are available. Okay, from those 13 root level domains, it will be requesting again to 6 top level domain servers. Okay, 6 top level domain servers. What are those top level domain servers? Military, EDU, COM, ORG, GOV, and net. Okay, .net. So 6 top level domains will be there, and apart from that, we will have the geo as the particular domain as well. Okay, so from the particular geographical location, if you want. Okay, so .in, .uk. Okay, so .us like that. So if you want to access, we will be having the geo level domains as. So like that, it will be accessing, and there it will be providing the request the particular. If you have a if you are in network, it will be sending the request to the particular DNS. Okay, DNS to the particular DNS servers, or else if you are directly accessing from a particular computer, it will directly sending to the particular computer. Your local domain itself will be having that particular IP address. Okay, that is how it will be happening.